Boom. We're back in there, boys.
Anyways, that was just for Twitch anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, just a hard week at work, and
Just for Twitch.
yeah,
It's only for our mods.
just a very very hard week at work, and this week I did a lot of Valheim. Finally completed all the content in the game.
Wow.
And waiting for like the next like major update to come out. I started on Destiny 2 today with the boys. Also started playing. I was also doing a little bit of what was it? Dragon Age Inquisition, because I never beat that one either. So I'm going into that one a little bit here and there. That's why I moved the Xbox to the bedroom. I just play right before I go to bed, and
yeah,
like
where'd you go?
30 minutes or an hour or something like that. But yeah, so like not that much in gaming. Valheim was very very good, well done for an early access game that it is. So 105 hours or so. Got all the materials together. Got to go beat the final boss. And then like right after I completed the boss, like the next day they were like, "Oh, we're making the bosses harder because they were too easy before." And I was like, "Bitch, like, I kind of want to go do it again now." But like I'm giving that game a break to just kind of step away from it. Me and the boys hopped into No Man's Sky for a little bit to check out their new content updates.
Anything new? Anything good?
A lot of stuff that's new since I played.
And what's the last time you played it?
Like 3 years ago.
So right at launch.
Launch was 5 years ago, I believe, like 2018.
So
6 years ago.
5, 6
Your math
years
is
ago. Bad.
It's
okay.
a while ago.
Your math is bad.
But I played it for a good while.
So you played it after they revisited, after like they did that like the first major update.
No, that was way before the first major update.
Okay, I'm sorry. You played before. You played like when it was bare bones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the first major update didn't come out for like a year or two, I believe.
I think it was a year.
But it was good. It was good so far. We want to hop back into it, but Xbox Live was down for a few, I don't know, like nights in a row. Like you couldn't log in.
Really?
You can't play online, that kind of thing. So we stepped away from that and we hopped into Destiny 2 on Steam. Why not? It's like a way different game than it was at launch.
I heard, yeah.
So we're checking that one out right now. And then on...
how's it playing?
Playing really well, man. It's smooth. I've got everything on Ultra. It's maxed out at 100 on this monitor. And it plays really, really well, really snappy.
What about the gameplay, though?
Oh, yeah. Snappy controls, everything. It's real good.
Okay, like the content. Like, it's actually fun to go in there. There's stuff to do. There's raids and strikes and...
Just started it before you got here, maybe like an hour and a half in. So I just started a new character just to see what it's got.
So you're pretty much going in there brand new.
But feels pretty good so far, man. And I don't know what they did with the lighting or if the lighting was always like that, but the lighting got really, really, really good. Like, the shadows are really nice. And then, like, the aiming and everything feels snappier. I don't know, like, the controls feel tighter for some reason, like keyboard and mouse-wise. So I'm enjoying the hell out of that. And I'm probably going to hop back on whenever we're done with this one. Probably hit up a little stream, something like that. But other than that, I finished You, which was good. I caught up on For All Mankind. I've caught up on WandaVision. I watched the movie with Shia LaBeouf where he plays a Mexican. What's that one called?
The gangster guy?
Yeah, he plays a Mexican.
I forgot what it was called.
Oh, God. Tax collector. Brendan Schaub's in it. Brian T. City's in it.
Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub. Never met him. Actually, I have.
I've been to the show. It's pretty funny.
Well, that one wasn't that great.
It's okay. He's trying out some new material.
But yeah, so did some of that stuff. Typical stuff at night. How I Met Your Mother, Friends, or something like that, just to fall asleep to. Nothing crazy. I'm looking for a new anime to start. I haven't decided on which one just yet because like I said, I caught up on For All Mankind and WandaVision, but both of them released.
What's For All? Oh, that's the
the one with Jared. What was it?
Joel Kinnaman. That's right. The Apollo 13 altered history, or first moon landing.
Yeah.
Altered history. Yeah.
So that show is pretty damn good, suspenseful. But the thing with WandaVision and For All Mankind is they both release episodes on Fridays. So they just came out with episodes today. I'm going to catch them probably tomorrow whenever Alice is off of work.
Sounds good.
Alice is actually off of work tomorrow, so we're going to go look for her a new vehicle.
Cool.
She got her tax return and all that stuff in, so she's going to be looking for a new car. And hopefully I can get that junk out of the driveway. That'd be nice.
That belongs somewhere in Channelview.
Yeah, that belongs.
Let's be honest.
In Baytown. Let's
be honest. Yeah.
Let's be
honest.
It belongs in Pasadena or Alvin. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. And then that's about it. That's all I got planned for the weekend. I was able to load up and everything today, so because I moved those stops over to my Friday, my day is a little bit longer, like about an hour or so. So my load's ready to go and all that good stuff. So no working this weekend, even though they had asked me to. But I mean, I didn't get paid for. I didn't tell you what happened. So Saturday. Last Saturday.
Okay.
I get a call from my HR department, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to use sick time or vacation time for last week?" And I'm like,
None.
For what? They're like, "Oh, well, you're not gonna get paid for last week, and the only way to get paid is to use sick time or vacation time." And I'm like, "No, I'll take no pay."
Yeah.
She goes, "Are you sure? You're not gonna get paid?" Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I was like, I'm gonna use my sick time and my vacation time when it's inconvenient for y'all.
Yeah.
Not whenever I'm stuck at the house.
I save up my money.
Yeah, it's like I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. That's not a vacation or sick time for me. I'll use it later. Yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna use it when it's inconvenient
you need it.
for you.
Yeah.
And then like 30 minutes later,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Call back.
She was trying to get me to use it, but like 30 minutes later, my GM hit me up. He's like, "Hey man, can you work tomorrow?" And I'm like, no. Go figure it out. Like I have to figure out how I'm gonna deal with last week with no pay, right? Anyway, it was just a little funny little thing. But like remember when I was trying to turn in the Civic or whatever, I had to take like a day off of work so the guy can come out and inspect the car, and I had to take a day without pay. Mm-hmm. But I ended up having like vacation time left over
from last year or something like that. Yeah.
Right. So they told me I couldn't take a sick day unless I was actually sick, and if I was sick, I would have to come back with a COVID test. Oh, so I asked like Monday. I was like, so all those people that use sick time for last week,
are they gonna have COVID test?
Are they gonna have to take COVID tests to come back, or what's going on here? No. We're changing. Oh, y'all can change the rules whenever you want.
Convenient.
Right, when it's convenient for
convenient.
You. Damn.
I fucking hate it, dude.
But what's funny is like they got all those people to use sick time, so now like a lot of people don't have sick days anymore for the rest of the year.
They're
and I'm like, it's only February.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Exactly.
So yeah, a lot of people use sick time. A lot of people use vacation time. I was like, no, I'm good. Thanks.
I mean, I understand people do have to use it, but yeah, if you get suckered, I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty fishy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's shady shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. So I didn't take the vacation time, and they were like, "Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. I have money saved up."
That happened with me too, because I was gonna use an option day at Monday, and then Thursday when we went back to work last week, my supervisor came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you were supposed to have. I know you had an option day for Monday. Do you want to use it or no?" I'm like, "Nah."
No, I'm good.
He's like, "Okay." So I was like, "Fine." I didn't get paid those 3 days. I didn't work. I'm fine. I don't care.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm an adult. I have money in the bank. I could take 3 days off work.
Well.
Yeah, you guys need to work on that too.
Wow. Hey. Yeah. But yeah, so that was about my week in the nutshell. I didn't really work out too much. I did my jogs, but like I didn't work out too much because like I was getting off of work all this week at like 6-7 o'clock at night because I was so busy. So like I would do what I could, like 30 minutes, and then that was it. Like,
something's better than nothing.
It was just a brutal
Get some stretches
week.
in.
I was sore. My hands were hurting from like not gripping anything for a while, and then like picking up these heavy bags that were just all wet, and then like so many at once. My hands were just like wrecked. So the last thing I wanted to do when I got home was do pretty much anything, because I think every day except for today I did something like 22,000 steps. So 22,000 on Monday. I think it was like 20 on Tuesday. Something like 17, 18, 19,000 on Wednesday. I can't remember. And then Thursday I did like 16, 17,000. So like I was way well over my goal or whatever. And I was like, shit, I'm just going to go hit the block a couple times and we'll call it a day, bro. I was like, that's it. Like I would get home, I'd throw on my jogging shorts, my shoes, and then just hit a lap, actually 2 laps, which is a mile around here. And then that was it. I was like, I'm good.
That's good.
I was fucking beat up, dude. So this week was tough, but I had fun with Valheim. I'm gonna look forward to some Destiny and hopefully getting Alice a new car this weekend, man. How was your week?
Well,
bro?
Actually, I got a question about Valheim. Sure. So you completed just about almost all the content right now there is for the early access. Mm-hmm. Is there any word on when the official release will be? Anything from the
No.
creators or anything?
They're talking about 7 bosses right now. I'm sorry, 9 bosses, but right now there's 5. So they haven't really added in too much to the game.
Like only 2 guys also?
It's like 5.
Yeah,
it's like 5 people.
It's like a small party. It's not like a AAA development team.
No, but the publisher is Coffee Stain, and Coffee Stain is the one that's owned by.
Sounds familiar.
What was that one that we talked about a few weeks ago where they bought?
Don't Nod?
No. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it, but it was a studio from like Switzerland or something, like a conglomerate that was like. That owns a bunch of different
that's
developers.
Part of THQ Nordic and all that.
Yeah, that
and stuff
one.
like that. Yeah,
that one. It was like it's like welcoming, or I don't know. It's like all encompassing. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah. So they own Coffee Stain. Coffee Stain is publishing this game from these 5 people. But they hit something like 4 million sales or something crazy.
I saw something huge, something like nuts for a small.
Yeah, man.
Title.
As soon as. Like, they weren't putting out any updates. It was like, hey, 1 million Vikings are out there. And then it was like 2 million. And then it was 3 million. And the other day they put out 4 million Vikings. I was like, dang.
Now you're seeing it on Twitter and on the Reddits and shit. Yeah.
And it's like number 2 or number 3 most played game on Steam right now. And not only that, but it's like ranked 75th in like ratings because it's been like overwhelmingly positive the whole time. And they did release a couple of updates this week. Like I said, they increased the difficulty of the bosses. They did some like network codes and some other kind of fixes and things like that. Just little stuff.
Yeah.
But the game is only a gig, like total.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's like 500 to download it, and once they unpack it, it's a gig on your hard drive. That's it. Like the updates are like 17 megabytes. 15 megabytes. Like they're not. It's not like fucking
Modern Warfare. Shit.
I deleted that shit off my computer today. I was like, I'm not playing this.
Yeah,
why?
There's like what, like almost. It's up to like almost 500 now, I think.
Yeah.
At least 200.
Yeah, it was
at
something.
At least 200.
No. They were saying. I think they put out a notice on PlayStation where if you have a standard PlayStation,
I saw that they're like tweeting out like if you have what Black Ops and Modern Warfare, you better start. You might not have.
It was just
Modern Warfare.
It's just. Warzone.
Just Warzone, yeah.
Just Warzone will not fit on a 500 gigabyte hard drive anymore. They're nuts, like, you might want to do something about that. So, yeah, that's too big.
It's bloated.
That's too much for a game that only plays, let's be real, at like 900p. Like, not even 1080p.
I guess
on that console.
I don't know. I guess all the information. I have no idea why it's that big. I'm not a developer. But yeah, I don't know. It's insane. It's huge. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. How was your week, my man?
My week was pretty good. Work was busy. Of course, everything from last week coming down unfrozen. So now I had to play catch up. But the thing about work is when it's really heavy like that, they put everybody on the road. So it helps just spread things out. So, I mean, I just took my time with everything and finished a good pace.
Mm-hmm.
So work was pretty good. I was able to exercise Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It felt good just hanging out, swinging the kettlebells, just doing what I like doing. And just, it's just staying active and staying busy and working on stuff. So I feel good. As for gaming, I did Street Fighter, which had the winter update that came out Sunday night. So I did that Monday and Tuesday, which was fun. I enjoyed it. I played online, and it was good just hanging out with my online friends and laughing. Like I thought the V shift was gonna be like super crazy and nuts, but you have to really get a feel for it when to use it, because if you just throw it out whenever, it's not as effective. And the thing is, you can still get punished for it if you do it wrong and stuff like that. And you got to know when to use it, because your stick has to be in neutral, and you have to hit heavy punch, medium kick to activate it.
Okay.
So I mean, you have to make sure to stop. You can't be in like in a block stun or attacking motion. You have to be, you have to suspect gotta read the move to come out.
Right.
So I still gotta learn how to use that. I mean, and a lot of people are, because I was watching NLBC on Wednesday night, and the guys over there. We're talking about like, it's still very new. People still have to learn how to use the V shift. So okay, that's fine.
Right.
Wednesday just did stuff around for the podcast. Did some news stuff. I saw was it Nintendo? No, it was last week. What came out? The State of Play, but I didn't catch it though.
I got it.
Okay,
live.
I think Mikkel saw that, and she took some notes. I stole it from her. I stole her notes.
So you got a secretary all of a sudden?
Of course.
I'm
big
bro?
time.
God
I
dang.
am big time.
Okay.
And then it was Thursday. I went back to Mortal Shell to play that some more. And I completed the last area. So I think I'm getting near to the end of the game, which is fine for me. I just needed a nice little just to
palate
play,
cleanser.
something to play. Yeah, that doesn't have to be 60 hours long. You know?
Right.
So I was like, okay. So I think I'm getting near the end of that, which is good.
Nice.
Because I want to get Persona 5 Strikers that came out Tuesday.
Correct.
And I was gonna buy it, but I was like, Rick, you got Yakuza and Mortal Shell.
Right.
All right.
Yakuza, goddamn.
Finish one of those first.
You're right.
Okay, before you buy another game that's just gonna sit there. I mean, I'm gonna buy it, but do you need it right now?
Nah.
No, you don't need it right now. Just wait. You got these other games, so finish it. I justify it by if I could finish Mortal Shell,
Then you can
then
reward yourself.
I could get Persona 5 Strikers, which I want. And Mikhail too. She's like, "Are you gonna buy it?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I wanted
She's
to
like-
pick that one up, but they're saying it's a sequel to Persona 5
yeah,
itself,
and
right?
the thing is, that's what Mikhail was like. I'm like, but you need to play Persona 5 because that one really, the story does continue on to that. It's like a couple of months after what happened.
Right.
And she's like, oh, fuck. She's like, okay. She's like, what about Hyrule Warriors? Do you want to buy that one? I'm like, no.
That's a prequel, though. You can
And
definitely pick that one
and the
up
thing
and
is,
play.
and on that one too, is like, I don't want to play the Legend of Zelda Muso style game. I want to play the Persona one.
Okay, fair enough.
So Mikhail's excited for that one, so maybe I'll just buy it for her or something like that. I don't give her a gift.
Well, don't tell her. I mean, she's kind of
She's
listening.
not listening. She
Oh.
never listens.
She's never listening. She's listening loudly.
She's my mod. She's my mod. What else? So that was gaming.
Did you watch anything this week?
Not really. I watched them maybe like when I'm exercising, I'll watch an anime called Terraform Mars, where they're trying to terraform Mars, but the thing is like they did an experiment 20 years ago with algae and roaches, and now they're trying to go back, and those algae and roaches evolved to like their humanoid super strength roaches, and they're killing the
Okay.
colonists.
That's different.
So the colonists have to like kind of like anamorph. They have to get DNA splicing from other creatures to help fight these roaches, and it's silly. It's an anime.
That sounds like way over the top.
You know,
dude.
where like one's part human with huntsman spider DNA, so he gets all the perks of a huntsman spider. Another one has the perks of a shark, and like that kind of stuff. It's fucking anime.
Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like they're fighting in Mars.
Okay.
and
right.
trying to figure out why these runes are in there and shit like that.
I gotcha. It sounds a little off the wall.
And exactly, and
Right.
it's something that I don't have to like pay attention to because I'm just working out, swinging the kettlebell, and I'm just looking at it while I'm doing my crunches. Like, okay, and if I miss something, it's fine.
Right.
You know,
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not taking it serious. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. And then I talked to Johnny, Dirk, and Kev, and we're gonna hang out Saturday night and try out the update for Street Fighter 5.
Nice.
So I'm excited for it, and that's the reason why I played Monday night and Tuesday night, just to get some practice.
Get ready.
Yeah, I gotta get ready because I don't want the boys to fucking clown me and
Like,
shit.
you gonna stream it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream it.
Nice.
So I even got the another setup in the room. So I got I got the other monitor that's just been sitting in the garage. I brought that in,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the PlayStation hooked up to that, so that way the other two could be playing
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
while the other two are on stream, and then we'll just kind of rotate in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for that.
Nice.
But honestly, in my heart of hearts, dude, I'm kind of like waiting for Guilty Gear. Like I Street Fighter 5, the update. Okay, cool, but I'm not gonna support season 5. I'm done giving them my money.
Okay. Cut to a month later when you buy season 5.
And then well, Street Fighter, the season 5 is already out now. So and Dan's out. I know Oro's gonna come out. I know Rose is gonna come out. Akira from Rival School is gonna come out, or Akira. And then there's a guest character, but at this point it's like, I think I'm done.
I got you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, like I mean, maybe I could come back one day when Street Fighter 6, and I'll give that a shot. But as for Street Fighter 5, like, I don't know, guys. I know you got the new guys, this young blood, trying to put it in a different direction, but it's like, nah. And then even then, I played online. I had like 2 like matches like DC. I'm like, dude, I heard so much good things about how Guilty Gear, the beta, was having like great online connections and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then this happens. And then I was watching NLBC, and they had like, like they're doing the tournament, and of course they have to do it online.
Right.
But then there's troubles with people's connection on CFN, and where it just doesn't work, so they can't stream. So I'm like, fuck.
Is that the one where that random person won the tournament?
That
Like,
was
Gale?
I think that was
Was that a
Alex
different
Valle.
one?
I think that was Alex Valle, because he tweeted out. But that's Wednesday night fights.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wednesday night?
Yeah, they do theirs on that's the West Coast version.
I got you.
But the thing is, I mean, I'd watch those. Those guys are good too. But the thing is, they're on West Coast, so they don't start till like 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
So
That's bedtime.
yeah,
I'm an adult.
I watch the NLBC because they're on the East Coast. So by the time they're done, it's like 10:30. I'm like, okay, cool, perfect.
Nighttime. Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, so I'm really like, I want to play Street Fighter 5 this weekend, and I'm excited to. with the boys. 'Cause
Right.
I think to me that's the fun part when it comes to playing fighting games is hanging out with your friends and being silly and goofing off and talking shit. But I'm just ready for Guilty Gear. Something different. Something to me, it's something different. You know, from what Street Fighter 5 has been.
Right.
So,
Right.
That's about it.
What you gonna do this weekend besides
just streaming
with the boys?
Tomorrow, me and Mikhail, we're gonna go exercise in the morning, of course, and then we're gonna go to Home Depot. We gotta get stuff to make our garden because everything was frozen last week.
Right.
So we're gonna finally get the garden bed ready. Get
nice.
Top off the soil. Get everything ready. Maybe look into what plants we want. I want greens. Zucchinis and some spices like cilantro, some peppers, stuff like that. Something I could use like every day for the garden,
right?
Like edible art garden. I could just like, hey, I want, and then bring it inside.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's gonna be a busy Saturday, but it's fine. I can't wait. Weather's just a lot better than it was last week because last week was it was fucking snowpocalypse.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, that's about it.
So what you got for the news this week, bro? What you got?
So right off the gate, dude, I'm already looking online, and like I said, guys, I am not a video game journalist. I just pretend to be one. Okay, I just play one. I just play one on this podcast. But they're talking about law firms. There's a law firm that's already filing for PS5 DualSense Drift class actions.
Lawsuit
against Sony, according to Eurogamer.net. So that's also, well, of course, we heard about it with Nintendo and Microsoft, and now it's Sony. So. Is there a reason why these games or these controllers are trying to drift? Do you think they're making maybe too many shortcuts to make the products?
I don't think so. I think they might be using maybe like lower quality stuff, or they're just trying to find like the like the roads you drive on were built by the lowest bidder, basically. Like, oh, we can build this for $5 instead of $10 or whatever. So I think that might be a cause of it, but like also like I've had Xbox 360 controllers drift. I've had PlayStation 2 controllers drift. It just depends on how you treat them and how, but if it's just like the issue that I had with the Switch was it stays in the dock most of the time, and then like I'll pull it out to play handheld for a little while, and then it starts drifting. Like I didn't even use it that much, and it's drifting. What's going on here?
Yeah, I had slight drifting on one of my Joy-Cons, and that's about it that I can experience with drift. So I don't know, but of course I don't own any of the newer stuff besides the Switch. So.
Right. But I haven't had any issues with the PlayStation 5 stick drift yet, but I have had a problem with the O button sticking.
Really?
So like it feels like it doesn't come up all the way, I guess. And I'm not sure why that's happening, but it only happens every once in a while, like where like you gotta like, I don't know, like crouch or something, and then like you go to pop back up, and then it feels like the button doesn't shoot back out. So that's a little weird. That's the only like slight issue that I've had with it. I've turned the trigger stuff off.
The haptic triggers?
Yeah, I don't really care for it. I never actually tried it though either. Like I didn't want to break the trigger because they said it puts a lot of resistance in it. I was reading a lot of horror stories right before I got my PlayStation 5.
But it'll make you feel like you're shooting a gun.
Okay.
Like, it's okay. I already fired one.
Forecast. I can go shoot a real gun.
I already fired one, yeah.
But yeah, luckily I haven't had any issues with the PlayStation 5 controller. I think they're like $80 too. So I mean, it kind of sucks if there are a lot of people going through stick drift.
Yeah, because same with the Pro controller. Pro controllers are what, 60?
Yeah, they're 70 bucks.
70. Yeah, they're up there also. So.
Yeah, man. Controllers are expensive for them to be doing that.
And the thing is, like, I mean, I know, like for sure, the Pro controller has a lot of gyros in there because a lot of there's some motion sensors for this kind of game. So I know there's a lot more technology in there. But as for
it's in the PlayStation as well. That Astro's Playroom's got it. It's got the microphone built into it and all that stuff. You got to like blow on the controller, and
I ain't blowing on nothing.
You got to if you're gonna play Astro's Playroom.
To blow up the balloon.
Yeah. But like I haven't had any issues with it. But I mean, I understand why they're filing a class action lawsuit. You would expect it to last more than 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to last.
I mean, that's always been one of the reasons why I was kind of put off buying the first generation of a console. I mean, of course, beyond the fact that it's impossible to find one right now. But obviously. For me, I was kind of just like, I'll wait. Because even on the way over here, my kid was like, should we get a PlayStation? Do you want with a disc or digital? I'm like, at this point, whatever.
Just get one.
Whatever. Yeah, you can find one. Yeah,
if you can find one. Yeah, I think they had some Xboxes on sale yesterday at like 3 o'clock, and then PlayStations the day before that around 2 or 3. Like, I can still find them online. It's just getting in that queue and actually getting one in your cart and buying it before everybody buys theirs.
Before the bots get it?
You gotta be fast.
Before the fucking bots get in there?
Before the bots get there. But yeah, man, I haven't had any issues with the controller. I've had more issues with Nintendo than I had with DualShock 4s or DualSense 5s or DualSense controllers or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
Xbox controllers, I never had an issue with it, but like Miles, if you ask him, like he had an issue with his Elite controller, which is a $180 controller.
Yeah, those pricey ones.
The shoulder buttons on him would break all the time.
Really?
But I think he's just like pressing too damn hard.
Just using his ogre strength.
Yeah, he's just like, so he would have shoulder button problems, but I haven't had any issues. I've had that one since launch day. The only problem that I have with that one is the coating on that rubber on the top, the top of the controller right here or whatever.
Yeah.
That's starting to go. Like
Really?
you can feel it. So like I just kind of want to get a different faceplate for it and swap it out, but it's I mean, I got 3 other Xbox controllers, so 4 actually. So but now I haven't had any too many issues, but also it's like always the people that have the issues that are the loudest ones. Especially on like any type of like review. Like, if you get like a bug or something, well, this game bugged out on me, fucking stupid piece of shit.
Yeah.
Or like the PlayStation, they get a fault, bitch.
Well, you're in my area.
My area. Like the PlayStation thing doesn't work anymore. Like their console doesn't turn on. They're just like, oh, fuck, PlayStation sucks. This and that, or whatever.
They go to the social medias.
Yeah, they just like they take
because they'll make a trendy hashtag like, fuck, I hope it doesn't trend.
Just all kinds of, it's always the ones that have the issues that are the loudest ones in the room. It's people
wheels get
like,
the grease.
Like me, I haven't had a single issue with it, and you haven't heard a fucking peep out of me because I'm good, I'm fine, I'm not saying shit. But if something did happen, I'd be like, oh, it broke, oh, it sucks, have to wait to get another one, or turn it in for warranty or RMA it or whatever, or I'll just go buy another fucking controller.
Sometimes it might be just people just don't want to be patient enough to actually like, hey, they're gonna send you a box, put it in there, they'll send it back, and it'll come back. Some people are like, I want it fixed now. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some people like that.
But yeah, I mean, if you were right though, if you buy a first generation anything, you run the risk of bugs or poor quality from them trying to rush things out or anything like that. Like if you get the first wave of anything, I mean,
just prepared.
Just be prepared.
Yeah,
like Scar says in Lion King, bro. Be prepared.
Haven't seen the live action one.
No, I mean that is in there too. No, it's terrible. I walked out of that movie. Me and Alice were like,
it was great.
Fuck this movie.
We should make a live action 101 Dalmatians.
Oh,
and Mulan and Aladdin.
They did Mulan already and Aladdin.
Yeah.
Did they do 101?
I don't know.
I
can't wait.
What else you got, brother?
I think they did make it. Wasn't Glenn Close an actress in there? But that was like a long time ago.
That was a long time. That was before they started doing the CGI ones.
Yeah, before they make it CGI ones. Yeah, I remember it's like Glenn Close. That's right.
With their crazy white and black hair.
Yeah. Man, I was actually gonna bring something up, but I totally forgot about it. Oh, did you play the Outsiders demo? Right.
Oh yeah, I did.
I saw you playing it because I saw that somewhere. I forgot where, and I made a note of it, of course. So Outriders, there's this demo. It came out February 25th. Cross-platform looter shooter RPG, right. And I saw you playing with it. What do you think? Give us just your hot take. It's pretty brutal.
It's not ready.
Okay. Because they said you play up to the first chapter. That's part of the demo.
Right.
And then the release date was what? Sometime in March or May? Or
April 1st. Or April.
April Fools?
April. I think it's April.
April Fools, really?
I think it's April 1st, to be honest.
Gotcha, motherfuckers! Give me your money.
Outriders is out. It says initial release date December 2020, but that's not right.
Mikhail, pull that shit up. Mikhail will find it. Don't worry about it. Mikhail will find it.
No, it's all good. But
honestly, and you play with friends, right?
Yeah, I was playing with a couple friends, but to be honest, I skipped through all the cutscenes because who cares? Like, I'm gonna end up replaying it again anyway.
Let me guess, some cheesy over-the-top puns, maybe.
A lot of that. There was a lot of that, and I mean, the gunplay is okay. The powers seemed kind of cool. I like the fact that there's skill trees that you can kind of like branch off into and make your character, unique to you. Very Destiny Division 2-esque. You pick up loot, you put it on your character.
The shooter-looter life service formula.
Much. The voice acting was kind of terrible. It played really, really well on my PC though. Like I had everything maxed out and was able to get some good frames on it. So no real big issues on the performance side.
Yeah.
In the hub itself, it did kind of bog down a little bit.
Like when there's bodies, people walking around, and
not like that. It was just because it was just me and my buddy in there, and then like the actual town that they make, there's nobody else in there besides your instance. It isn't like Destiny where like people can hop into your instance.
But okay, well, I meant like NPCs, like people in the background, like moving things or action and trucks moving in the background. I don't know
if there was any of that. Yes.
Okay.
There was like 5 people.
Well, I figured that's what would be the causing of bogging all things down.
There's
all that
like
stuff going on.
like 5 people standing there, doing like the shop or whatever.
How can I help you?
Yeah, the dialogue's not great. The voice acting's not that great. But the gunplay is very reminiscent of Division 2 and or Gears of War. Yeah.
So when you shoot them, like epics are just loots everywhere, or what, you just have to go up to them and loot the body, or like you see like purples everywhere. Oh fuck!
Now you gotta find chests. The chests are like around, and you pop open the chest, and the little item falls on the ground like an Ingram from Destiny or whatever. Yeah. It isn't like Division where you can kill somebody and then the loot drops on the ground.
Have you played this game before?
Yeah, honestly. Of course.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, so it's nothing new.
It's it's a mix of Division with Gears of War and Mass Effect, like all together. It still seems like it would be fun, because like the difficulty ramps up as you progress. So it has like up to tier 15, which I think is like hard difficulty, which is where you get the best loot.
Yeah.
But we only got up to like tier 3. And killed the first boss, and the boss fight was kind of, I don't know, bugged out. I don't know. The guy, like, he does like a lot of electricity damage, and then because there's different elements in the game, there's fire, electricity, all that other stuff, ice.
Stuff, yeah.
But like he was like in the corner.
Oh, wait, is there like is it kind of similar to like Baldur's Gate? Like if they're standing in water, then you electrocute it. There's like even more damage or something like that.
I didn't see any of that, but that would actually be kind of cool.
You know what I'm talking about? You know how like in Baldur, there are different elements that can interact with each other or something like that.
Like Pokemon or something. If it's raining and you electrocute somebody, they do more damage. Yeah. No, I mean, it just felt a lot like the guy that I was playing was like an assassin. Like there's a pyromancer, an assassin character, like an ice character, and a tank character. I wanted to give the tank character a shot, but I was like, oh, the assassin's just my style, right? Yeah. So like you could teleport behind a character and then pop. So one power was to teleport behind. Another power was a big dome that slowed down time. That one was pretty cool. And then another one, like the first one that you get was like a wide arc, like a cone arc slash that like turns them into skeletons that weakens them, and you can shoot them while they're like don't have any armor. You're basically like hitting their bones. And the art style on the powers and stuff like that look really, really cool. I just think it needs a little bit more polish on the cutscenes. There's so many fucking cutscenes, bro. It was a cutscene, like there was 6 cutscenes for me to like start playing the game. That's why I started skipping them. And then like you move 5 feet, and then there's like 6 more cutscenes. And then you finally get to play for like 5 more minutes, and then there's like 6 more cutscenes.
And they're all telling you about the world and your powers and what's going on. Like, okay, we get it. Well, just put some fucking like journals, and I'll read them when I get a chance or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Skipping the shit out of all them cutscenes.
Like,
bro.
I understand, like you want to put cutscenes so you can make it like, okay, get flesh out the world. But sometimes, like if you put like someone's journal, and I'll just like, okay, skim over it, and right. if I don't want to read it now, I'll come back when I want to look at the compendium and right. And read everything later. Okay, I'll do that. But
it's like Diablo. You're not.
It's like cutscene, and then you take 2 steps.
No, it's like Diablo. Like, who cares? Like, I just want to get to the good stuff.
I don't care what Mephisto does. I just want to kill shit. I want to see numbers go crit.
I want to go.
Numbers go boom.
But the enemies, the AI wasn't that great either. Like, they weren't trying to flank or anything like that. They were just kind of like sitting where they're at, and I would just like teleport behind them.
Were they kind of like bullet sponges?
Yeah, not too bad. They weren't too bad, but they were just kind of like. They crouch down, pop up, crouch down,
same
pop up.
place over and over.
They're not trying to move around, and I want to see like more of that kind of stuff, like where the enemies are a little bit smarter than what they are. I forgot to say that I was actually even playing that game because it like already. Like,
because I saw notes. I remember I jumped in just briefly in your stream,
right? And
I saw you playing it, kind of like that third person shoot, like kind of like ducking behind cover. I'm like, I've seen this before.
Oh yeah. Gears of War,
yeah,
Mass
I've
Effect,
seen this before. I was like, okay, I'll come back later. I don't want to, make any judgments. I just want to. I'll let what Ruben has to say, and I'll take it from there.
I think that it definitely has potential to be something good. it definitely isn't the worst live service game demo launch, whatever you want to call it. Anthem.
Avengers.
Anthem.
Anthem's dead. That's for sure. That's nailed.
Dead.
It's dead.
D-E-D, dead. But yeah, it definitely isn't either one of those games. It definitely feels way better than those, in my opinion. Is it on par with Division 2 post-patch, post-expansions? Probably not.
Or Destiny.
Destiny 2? Probably not.
See, the thing is, too, it's like you can't expect to have an okay game. Not when, especially in this genre, you know, where people are going to invest time. Like, if people are already playing a game where they're investing time with friends and with their money and their time,
right?
They're not going to... I don't play any of these games, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, well, I'm going to play another game and I'm going to start from the very beginning and earn everything. And just, you know, I don't think they're going to do that. You have to have an exceptionally very badass game that's going to draw people out from these genres that's already saturated.
And it's got them in like a grasp.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. The genre is saturated.
Right.
There's everywhere. So if you want to pull somebody out from there to play yours, you got to be firing on all 16 cylinders.
All 16?
All
Damn,
of them,
a Bugatti?
Dude. All of them.
Okay.
That's what you got to be.
Okay.
You know, because if you don't, you'll just get what you're just saying right now. It's Division, Destiny. Cool, I've seen it before, you know?
Right.
That's all it becomes. It just you can't, in this day and age, us as gamers, you cannot get our attention with okay games. There's too many great games out there.
Right.
Even if your game's good, it's okay, cool. It'll hold over for a bit, but it has to be a great game.
Yeah.
And right now I just, but it's probably not that.
I do like the fact that they're launching with crossplay. Even the demo had crossplay.
That's good.
I like the fact that it ran really well, graphics wise on a PC with, you know, no driver update. I do like certain aspects of it. It is out April 1st, by the way.
Oh God. It's not a joke, guys. But this is not a warning.
The cover system could use some work. The gunplay I think is okay for now. The powers are pretty cool.
Okay.
I wish I would have gotten more into the skill tree to like see, you know, what I could do, but I basically only got like one skill, and it was like, hey, demo's over. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it gives you the first chapter. It's understandable. Yeah.
Your demo progress does carry over to
good.
the game if you wish to play it. But like I said, there are other games that I think are better. But the thing about these games are the same thing about Diablo is, or Path of Exile, or any other type of loot game is, how is the end game? Because we don't give a fuck about the story. We want to beat the story, get to the end game, and then that's where the real fun begins, right? So like, the judgment's still out on this game. I'm still kind of hyped on it, but like, I'm gonna take a step back. I might pick it up on like a sale or something, unless they take some of the feedback that they're getting through the demo, and then they fix the things that they need to fix, and then
That'd be nice.
Move forward from there.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. I mean, so far it looks. I would give it like a 5 or a 6 right now, but like I got to see more of it.
Yeah,
like, I basically played for an hour and a half and the demo was over.
I mean, I'm gonna hope that maybe some of the strength will be the abilities. Maybe when you have a certain class and your friend is another class, maybe there's some synchronicities between these abilities and classes that could really make it shine and make it like, oh man, all right, you're playing Pyromancer. Okay, I'm playing a rogue. Okay. With these abilities, we could really light them up. Hopefully, it'll have some depth with that, where team composition could really, make the game shine.
Right. I mean, like I said, it has the potential to be something great, because it kind of scratches that itch of like Mass Effect.
And
but
it's
with
Square Enix,
but with
right?
friends, yeah, Square Enix and somebody else. The Square Enix is the publisher.
Square Enix, I forgot the name.
People Can Fly.
People Can Fly, yeah.
So
I say don't run, but
don't run.
Something, yeah.
But yeah, it definitely has potential, and I do want it to succeed. Not only for Square Enix, but for People Can Fly and all the developers there. Hopefully they can do something really great with this, because I think that it will scratch that Gears of War / Mass Effect / Division / Destiny, or whatever it is that you want to call it. It's like all those games mixed together. It is.
Oh yeah.
The cover from Gears of War, the powers from Mass Effect, the loot and stuff like that from Division and Destiny. Like it's basically all three together. If you wanted to really put it into like a genre, I guess. Yeah. So, sci-fi. They're on a different world. Oh, the fucking intro. I did watch a little bit of the intro cutscene. So the intro cutscene was like, oh, we escaped Earth or whatever, and we traveled for 80-something years. or whatever. And I was just
because
like,
they were in stasis for this whole
yeah,
time.
and I was just like, oh, this is Mass Effect Andromeda. I've seen
This is every sci-fi movie ever.
I was like, oh, I've seen this
They're
everywhere.
traveling through time. They're in stasis and
They
they
travel
get woken
so long.
up. Yeah.
And then they land on this planet. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're exploring.
gotta
And
colonize
all of a
it.
sudden, shit breaks loose, bro.
And there's another civilization there, and there's people who are mutiny and not happy.
Exactly. That's
And
exactly the game so far. Hour and a half. I didn't even have to watch the whole cutscene. I was like,
Man,
scared.
that's it. I'm gonna read the books.
What else you got, brother?
So bad news, guys. Remember we talked about how EA was sending out a verdict, or Jason Schreier reported that EA's putting a verdict on Anthem, and for sure now it came down that they're gonna axe it. Shut it out. It was gonna be Anthem next, but they said they're gonna cease development on Anthem. And even Mikhail was talking to me about it. She's like, why? What was wrong with Anthem to begin with? And I actually looked it up because I know there was stuff already, but I looked up just for a refresher. Just bugs with the bugs from the very beginning, just poor launch, poor receptions, unexceptional story. Just try to be very ambitious, kind of like we're talking about with Outriders. Like it tried to be a lot of things, but it wasn't good at any of them. Right. You know, so it was just okay. And just it wasn't there. And it was making a live service game. So what else? It was so it was gonna be the live service shooter, looter shooter, and all that good stuff. Also, same with Jason Schreier. He was talking about how there was a 2019 article on Kotaku, and it was supposed to be called Beyond, but they had trademark problems, and they had to change the name like a week before their LA press conference. So even from the very beginning, it was supposed to be named something else, and then they changed it to Anthem. And then they said also that BioWare, after it came out, BioWare was like, oh, we'll just fix it along the way. It's fine. Right. We'll let it launch like that. And the thing is, like, you can't have that mentality, you know, coming out the gate. If you think your game could be just when it comes out, right, and then we'll fix it later, like who's gonna be happy about that? No, nobody says, oh, I can't wait to buy a mediocre game that's kind of buggy, and hopefully they'll fix it later. No, nobody ever says that, you know. And the people who do buy that are probably gonna be your hardcore fans, you know, that love your brand for what it is, but doing that, you're gonna piss them off. Right. That's what you're gonna do. You're literally shitting on your fans, the people that made you where you're at.
Right. And just to like, I saw some more news on this whole EA thing. So EA is also changing course with the development of Dragon Age. Yeah. Because they saw how well Jedi Fallen Order did, and they saw how poor Anthem did. So they're basically giving BioWare like full creative control to make a new Dragon Age game, and it was gonna have like multiplayer.
It was gonna be like live
service.
Yeah, live service. Yeah.
And so that's gone. Now it's just strictly single player. So now that got me a little bit more excited to see, you know, what it is that they're gonna do with that. I mean, it sucks that Anthem couldn't have been what they wanted it to be. But you're right. Like, why would you have that mentality going into the game?
I feel sorry for the BioWare team that had to put all that stuff in there, all those man hours and effort and time and money for what? Nothing. Yeah, well. You know, it's just ridiculous. And the thing is, it with that news, with how EA said, oh well, Anthem didn't work out and single player games are in. Okay, Dragon Age, we can make that a single. Like, to me, it sends off red flags at how the suits up there up top, the Ivory Tower, are like so out of touch with the gaming part. Right. You know, it just that, and to me, it just screams like man, that doesn't seem right. You know, just that. Oh, at the flip of a hat, we're going to change everything. I mean, I'm glad they did. They went with that direction. Right. But the fact that it takes that for them to realize.
Well, they're losing money.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I know it's a business. I understand it's a business, but so much of this could have been avoided.
Right. Hey, EA, here's how you avoid this.
They're listening to us, by the way.
Make good games. Make good games that we want to play, and we'll buy them, and we'll tell people that, hey, you should play this game because it's awesome.
By word of mouth.
You should play Star Wars Fallen Order because, hey, guess what? It's fucking awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. Speaking of EA as well, if you have EA Play, which is like their service, or Xbox with the Game Pass or whatever, you get Squadrons next month. Oh, too. Nice. So free games. And I didn't get to play it or buy it, so now I get to play it for free. Yay. So I'm excited to play that one next week. God dang, dude,
Yes.
March is up.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, EA is making a lot of changes. You know, they got this deal with Xbox Live going on right now. They've got their EA Play. You know, they've got a lot of games coming to their little Game Pass or whatever it is. They're gonna start focusing on letting the developers actually develop the fucking game and stepping in and saying, "Oh, we need some live service stuff in here."
Well, yeah, put in some loot chests,
Oh my
loot
God.
crates here, and some microtransactions there,
Right.
some skins here. Yeah, God,
So
I fucking hate that.
We need to see, you know, what DICE is gonna bring to the table whenever they
The next Battlefield,
whatever it is that they do, Battlefield, Battlefront, you know, whatever.
Battle X.
Whatever multiplayer game that they're going to do, because that's EA's big thing, kind of like Call of Duty is for Activision Blizzard or whatever. So I want to see what they're going to bring to the table as well. I want to see what Respawn's going to do next. If they're going to do a prequel or a sequel to Fallen Order or Titanfall or, you know, the next Apex season or whatever. Want to see what BioWare is going to do with Mass Effect, with Dragon Age. They got big video game names, you know, at EA, not including, you know, all the sports and all that other stuff that they got going on. So they've got like these really big popular game franchises that they could be putting out, and now it looks like they're trying to make that shift and actually put out some decent stuff.
And I'm hoping with Anthem getting the axe that now BioWare could focus on.
That was in that statement.
Yeah, they could just focus on Dragon Quest, focus on Mass Effect. Let's what put BioWare on the map.
Right.
You know, let's focus on that. Let's stick to your strengths. You know.
Yeah, that's EA. It's like, why did you buy BioWare? If you weren't going to let them be BioWare, why did you buy them?
Yeah,
Just because
you have other games that you could fill in those roles with the live service and the loots and the transactions. You got those other games to do that. Leave it there. Let BioWare do the RPG. You know, them the when you hear the term Western RPG, to me it's BioWare games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's when I hear Western RPGs.
Right.
Stuff from BioWare. You know, let them be them. Let them be the Western JRPGs that they are.
Let them be the company that you wanted to buy at one point.
Exactly.
That you bought.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, and don't be trying to muddle it and putting your fingers in the pot.
I agree.
So
what else you got, brother?
I want to talk about I didn't watch the State of Play, but so I did watch. Okay, this morning I woke up for breakfast. I told
you get breakfast?
Yeah, every Saturday, bacon and eggs.
It's Friday.
Every Friday, sorry, every Friday.
Okay.
I get bacon and eggs. Thanks to my wife. I was like, hey, put on State of Play. It's like only 30 minutes. Check it out real quick. Okay. I mean, just watch it while I'm eating stuff. Mm-hmm. They started off with the Crash Bandicoot one?
Correct. Crash 4.
Crash 4. So right off the bat, they're talking about. They said 4K, 60 frames, haptic triggers. What else did it say?
Wait, PS5 update?
PS5 update, free update. Like, I heard all these terms, right? I'm like, I need to make a State of Play bingo card with all those terms and see who gets the bingo first next time we play. Because, like, I'm pretty sure we heard, you could hear all those phrases throughout the whole
it happened
demos,
at least.
you know?
It happened at least twice.
So, the only one I did watch, the only segment that I made sure to watch the night before was the Final Fantasy one.
Of course you did.
So,
we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that one. I did look over Mikkel's notes. She saw some notes for there was like Solar Ash, the same guys who did Drifter. I saw stuff for Returnal. What else did they have on there? I think like Abe's Odyssey.
Abe's Odyssey. It's Oddworld Soulstorm.
Yeah, and there was another one that I saw on there.
Actually got the full list here.
I think they're talking about Kena also. So I mean, like I said, I just kind of glanced over it, you know, but it looks like a good list. Nothing that says, Rick, you got to get this now. So I mean, you want to chime in and tell me what you thought?
All right. So just to start off from the top, they were, you know, they put in the description, hey, we're going to talk about 10 games from PS4 and PS5. So check it out. So they did Crash Bandicoot for It's Out of Time or whatever it is. They started off with that one saying, hey, you're getting a PS5 upgrade.
I remember seeing some of that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Not really big news that they're just updating for 4K, 60, 120 FPS, whatever.
Nice,
awesome.
Nice.
Good free update
to
for
1440 or something like that, or still 1080 or something?
No, 4K.
4K, yeah.
So then after that, they showed off some Returnal gameplay because Returnal comes out in a few weeks. So they showed off some gameplay. It's very roguelike, very third person, you know, different powers, different runs. It's different every time.
Okay.
traditional stuff, but they showed off some gameplay. It looked pretty cool. The gunplay looked really cool. That one did get me a little bit more hyped. I was already ready to like buy that one anyway because it's been on my radar since like the first state of play was
back
out
in June. Yeah,
I was like, oh shit, this looks dope. Shitty name, Returnal. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And then they showed off a game called Knockout City, and it's basically a dodgeball arena battle.
I think I saw. Okay,
This is a PS4 game, and it's basically 1v1, 3v3 team based. It looks actually kind of cool, man. I think it's in early access, and then it's coming out of early access. It's going to be crossplay.
Good.
And things like that. So it looks really fun. You play as a character. You can have like different types of dodgeball or different types of, dodgeballs or whatever. You can only get hit like certain places, but like if I throw a ball at you and you were looking at me and you see me throw the ball, you can catch it, or you can like fake punt, like fake out the throw or something like that. Try to get people. It looks fun and interesting, but it looks something like I would play it for like every once in a while, like maybe once a week. Like it's not something that I would be competitive with, type of thing.
It's a BR style.
And there is they did say that the arena does get smaller, but it's not 100 people.
Okay.
But yeah, it looked cool. But like I said, it doesn't look like it would be something that I wanted to play all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they showed off a game that I haven't heard of or anything like that, or even the studio. The studio is called Slow Clap Studios. That's really weird to say. Slow Clap. Slow Clap
New York
Studio. Hot guy. They are putting out this action beat 'em up looking game called Sifu. And if you didn't see this one,
I missed that one.
The art style looks dope and the combat looks really fun. So it looks like a beat 'em up. But you remember what was it, season 2 of Daredevil?
Yeah.
Where he has that fight scene in like the hallway that goes like up the stairs and then like back down the stairs or something like that. Like their trailer looked like that. Like you're fighting in this hallway, like somebody's like got a knife and like more guys are coming in, that type of thing. It looked very cool.
It was like what, like kind of like arcade style or very kind of cartoony style, very like cell shaded.
It looked a little cell shaded, but I don't know what kind of like art style I would call this one, but it looked really good. And like I said, from Slow Clap, I've never heard of these guys, and I'd never heard of this game before until Thursday, so it looked cool. And then they showed off Solar Ash.
Yeah.
And that is a platformer which looked like a new type of Sonic game. Very fast paced,
kind of like speed platforming, kind of.
Right. Very Sonic. What was it? Sonic Adventure, where it's like the first 3D Dreamcast one or whatever. It looked like a lot like that type of gameplay where like things are moving around. There's like boss battles where you have to like do stuff around the boss to like take down a tilt or whatever. That one looked really cool and interesting to me because I fucking love Sonic. I'm probably gonna end up picking that one up just because of the way.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one during the first state of play in June. They talked about it, and I forget the developer's name, but it's the same guys who made Drifter, and I got that one on the Switch too.
Hyperlight Drifter.
Yeah, it's a very pixelated art looking game.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the art style, just looking at it, I'm like, okay, I can see it's the same guys.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
The art style looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that kind of art.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The color scheme that they used on it looked pretty sweet too, but it's a lot of platforming, a lot of speed and stuff like that. But I don't think you're really timed on anything, so it's just like style points, basically, like how well you do. And they have like little orbs that they were collecting.
I wouldn't be surprised in that game to have like trial modes or boss rush modes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like speed trials, and then like especially on the PS5, where like, oh well, Rick beat this level in 37 seconds. Scoreboards.
Leaderboards. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
So I wouldn't be surprised. And then after that one, they showed off Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Yeah, Mikhail said that would look interesting.
I'm out. I've never been into Five Nights at Freddy's.
I like every time I go to like anime, I'm like anime convention and shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, what the fuck? Okay, I got you. I know it's like a creepy looking bear with those
a bunch of like animatronic from Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. What the fuck? So we'll see.
I'm not into the whole thing. I don't know. I think I'm too old for it.
Too old for that shit? I'm too old for this shit.
I'm too old for this shit.
Danny Glover, that bitch.
And then after that one, they showed off Oddworld Soulstorm. And that one they called a 2.9D.
2.9?
2.9.
What happened to 2.5? That was how it was used.
Well, I mean, 3D. I mean, if you're going to be 2.9, just call it 3D.
Why can't we go with that 0.1? Where's that at?
They call it a 2.9D platformer. That one's going to be out on our birthday, April 6th, yeah.
Damn.
And I got to say, man, after watching that gameplay video, I was like, I'm kind of coming around to this one. It
really?
looks pretty good. It looks really well done. And the 2.9D looks...
I got April 9th circle. That's for Guilty Gear.
April 6th.
That's the one.
Guilty Gear.
That's the one
if you
I got.
pre-order.
Is it a console only?
Hmm?
Is it on consoles if you pre-order?
I think so. I don't know.
I'll buy it twice. I don't give a fuck.
Buy it twice, bro.
Buy it twice.
Do you, baller? And I know Mikkel's probably going to want that Oddworld out on PS4 and PS5 April 6th. So I don't know if you get like an upgrade for that one or anything like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
But
I wouldn't be surprised.
Who knows? Because we'll get into that later on. But they did show off Kena Bridge of Spirits. That one's from Ember Lab. And
I've heard a lot of positive things about that. Just the way it looks really good looking game.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah.
That one I think is only $40 on the Epic Game Store. You can pre-order it now.
Really?
And I think I was reading an interview that they did where they were saying that they wanted a game where you can like sit down and like go through it in a weekend type of thing. So it doesn't seem like it, like from that statement alone, it doesn't seem like it would be like too long of a game. But they did put a lot of thought and time into like the art style and the way they did it. And actually they were a visual effects studio before they were a game studio. They had like some movie or some little short or something. They're like, let's just make some video games or something. But I'm still interested in that one. I way more interested now that I got to see some more gameplay in that state of play.
You're right. When I was playing Mortal Shell, they had a little snippet for Kena, but I really go to the Epic Game Store to browse.
Right.
I'm just gonna here
library
Mortal Shell. Go. Yeah.
And that one's gonna be out August 24th, 2021. I'm stoked on that one, man. I can't wait.
Damn,
so
August. It'll fly by. It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah. I mean, if we have another once in a generation fucking tragedy,
we'll be doing episode 130.
Probably. Did you already map that out?
I don't know. I just said that.
And watch it come out to be like 130.
Like, fuck,
it's like he's fucking Rain Man.
He's a witch.
He's a Rain Man. Then they showed off some new gameplay from Deathloop. I gotta tell you, man, that gunplay looks fucking top tier, dude.
Looking at Mikkel's notes and just talking to her, she's like, I did not think I was interested in this game until this trailer, and she's like, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks really good. And they did another video, like a side video, like of them explaining what's actually going on in the game, because I don't think they've done that yet.
No, they kind of just told you like, hey, you're out to kill this, but you have to watch out for me, and then it kind of just it starts looping. You're like, okay, we get the premise. So yeah, you got the kind of like just like the general glaze over look of it, what it was, what's about. So yeah,
I haven't watched the second video, but the new gameplay and all that stuff, it looks really good. So it's by Arcane Studios and Bethesda, which means like there's a lot of Dishonored, power, like a lot of the powers that are in Dishonored 1 and 2. Definitely the art style. The music was dope. Whatever music video or music that they had for that trailer was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a James Bond.
Really?
James Bond-esque like intro, So I enjoyed the hell out of it. I think that one comes out in May, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I want to say it got pushed back.
Did it?
I think
but
so.
Anyway, the gameplay looks really good, really solid. May 21st, 2021.
Jesus Christ.
And that's gonna be here before we know it too. And I can't wait for that one either, man. To be honest, like after seeing that gunplay and the way it plays and stuff, but will I play it on PS5? I kind of want to play that one with a keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have to hold L1 to bring up my power menu and time slows down and then like I could select on the wheel. I want to just be able to like fire and like do things. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just me.
Yeah.
First person shooters, I usually try to stick with keyboard and mouse. And then finally, the 10th game was Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
Okay, before we go to Final Fantasy, so I saw some people. Of course, it's online, so take it with a grain of salt. People were like, this is a waste of time. Someone give me back my 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, first of all, this came out like in the middle of the day. If you're watching it
Yeah.
You're not working.
Right.
Okay.
Obviously.
So you're not at work.
It's just people trolling.
Yeah.
They're just,
I just find it funny. It's like, guys, yeah, you're doing shit.
I found it interesting.
Yeah, no, me too. I mean, I'm glad that they have this stuff.
Right.
I enjoy it. It's something for me to look forward to. I like when they say, "Hey, there's gonna be a state of play." Great. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, this is gonna be garbage."
30 minutes back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like mad. Like, oh god, no, it's fine.
So yeah, I agree. But trolls are gonna be trolls.
Yeah, trolls be trolling.
You gotta let a hoe be a hoe.
Let a troll be a troll.
Let a troll be a troll.
Yeah.
So then they showed off Final Fantasy Remake Intergrade, and this is basically the way they started off with. There was 2 separate trailers. There was one for was it Yuffie?
Yuffie, yeah.
And
so
that's gonna be like a new episode.
Friend was, yeah.
It's gonna be a new episode with Yuffie in it, and that's gonna come out on June 10th, 2021.
Yes, 6/10.
So they were showing that off, and then immediately afterwards, they broke into Final Fantasy VII Remake, Part 1, or whatever, and then it's gonna be a PS5 upgrade, for people that own the physical copy, not if you own a digital copy.
Interesting.
So if you have a physical copy, you get a PS5 upgrade.
Okay.
And they're gonna do graphics, textures,
lighting,
fog effects,
all that. Yeah.
RTXs, quality of life changes, faster
Load
loading.
times. Yeah, I saw that. That load
Photo
time was just
mode.
that motherfucker was
real quick.
Oof.
Photo mode, and then the new episode with Yuffie.
Yeah.
It's a free update for the PS4 owners that have a disc edition. So now I want to come back to this, but they are giving away Final Fantasy VII Remake in March. It doesn't come with the PS5 upgrade. It's a digital copy.
You're talking about the PS Plus?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's coming out PS Plus.
So you
March.
get a PS, as long as you have a PS Plus subscription, you'll have access to it in March.
Right.
But you won't get the
PS5 upgrade.
Which
you got to read the fine print on that little thing that they were putting out there.
Yeah. I mean, we'll give you the game, but we're not gonna give you all of it.
So as soon as I saw that, all I could think about was you. I was like, this son of a bitch is gonna be so hyped on this. Maybe, but maybe not. But still not enough to get you to swap out of a PS4 to a PS5. Like that one chapter is not gonna make you want to.
And the thing is, I was talking to Mikkel about this. I was like, this is very reminiscent of Final Fantasy 15 with the boys, where they had episodes of different side characters that did different stuff while the boys were doing this, you're playing as these other chapters, these other episodes.
Right.
And I think they were originally going to have, I want to say, I'm throwing numbers here, guys. I could be wrong. I think they had like 8 or 9 of them. They did like 5, 6. They didn't complete them. And then after they got to a certain character, that's it. They stopped.
Right.
That's it. They scrapped it. I don't know. There was just no interest. I don't know if Square Enix decided there's no income, there's no time. No, did you just fart?
No, she coughed.
Oh, I was like, God,
no, dude,
animal. So I was like, I don't know if Square Enix just pulled the plug or what the reason why. I mean, I didn't do any of my hard-nosed journalism.
It wasn't the most popular of Final Fantasies.
So on the backside of that coin, Final Fantasy VII, that sucker prints money.
Right.
You put Final Fantasy VII on anything, holy shit. So maybe they will have more success if they do. And even then, this is just me hypothesizing, being.
I'm waiting for you to come up with this word.
Make up a word.
Hypothetical.
Hypothesizing. Just making up.
That's
words.
not a word.
I don't care. English is my second language.
No, it isn't.
I don't have a first. But so I figured, like, are they gonna make more episodes after Yuffie? Because and check me out. And then on the backside of that backside, there's the front side, and then it's like, when do you go into episode 2?
What if they just release all the game, like the rest of the game from now on, just in chapters and like $5-$10 increments, like every 6 months?
It got me thinking.
Yeah,
it's possible. It's very possible.
That'd be some shady shit.
I don't think it'll be shady. I don't know what it would be, tell you the truth. I really don't know. If they could do it right, that'll be a way to do it. If they could do it with episodic releases.
It's gonna be a subscription service.
Oh no, we got you. The first was a base game.
Pay up,
that you just
bitch.
play single player, and then it becomes the next MMO.
Yeah, now you got to pay $15 a month.
Final Fantasy 15, the MMO. The next upgrade is this. Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7 Remake MMO. Oh boy, what if they do like a subscription service? You want all this DLC?
I've been out.
$10 a month. Bitch.
So I see this. So like I said, I'm getting flashbacks of Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And I see them going with these episodes. I'm like, how do you go from here? Are you gonna now add maybe a Red 13 chapter where, hey, you find out how he got caught by Hojo,
right?
You know, or when you gonna start implementing Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2? Because meanwhile, they're still working on Final Fantasy 16. We saw a trailer of it,
right?
You know, a couple of months ago. I forgot when exactly it was, but I'm sure you guys caught it. So I mean, I don't know what Square Enix is doing, which is fine. That's up to them. But me just speculating, like I really have no sense of direction where they're gonna go with all this. And by the way, Yuffie looked great. By the way,
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
But as a side note to the Final Fantasy stuff, this wasn't in the state of play, but there is also a mobile battle royale coming out that is it's called Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier, which is a prequel to Final Fantasy VII, but it's a battle royale. I don't know, man.
No, Square Enix knows that Final Fantasy VII that title has so much weights and gravity that they've made so many spin-offs from that game. They have a cell phone game that was in Japan called Crisis Core. They made animes, they made movies, they made all sorts of stuff, and they love it. And that's why they keep making more of it, because that name just brings in the old guys like me and the new guys.
Right. And to piggyback off of that, the second announcement from Square Enix after the State of Play's live stream was Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which is a mobile game that will retell the entire compilation of Final Fantasy VII, the entire story, in a new friendly looking art style, kind of like what they did with Final Fantasy 15 mobile or whatever, because you could play that entire game on your phone, but you had to buy chapters or whatever.
Yeah, I think it came out on Switch too. I think
that is on
version,
Switch.
Yeah.
So that one is also coming out on mobile. So that's happening. I don't know release date on
dates
it
or nothing like that. Yeah.
Oh, 2022.
And meanwhile, we still can't get Final Fantasy Tactics on Switch. You son of a.
It's on mobile though.
It's on mobile.
$15.
No.
$15.
So, but yeah, I mean, just going. I want to dive deeper into Final Fantasy. I don't know how they're gonna go with this. At this point now, playing the original and knowing what happens in this first episode,
mm-hmm.
I know they made some liberties with the story. Fine, I'm cool with it.
Right.
Because if not, it just becomes Final Fantasy PlayStation 5 edition. It just becomes a facelift of what the 1997 version of the game was. I'm fine. Take some liberties, change things up. I'm okay with it.
Right.
But as for the whole roadmap of how they're gonna release this game, sure, take liberties on changing the story, but at this point, all the investments and structure that they've made, building the town of Midgar, are they really gonna go out of Midgar, or are they just gonna keep exploring that town? I don't know.
Right. Maybe it was just easy for them to make this DLC just to kind of hold it over until the next announcement.
Yeah.
So maybe during June or whatever, there's another State of Play where they're like, hey, here's
something for the next episode.
Final Fantasy 16.
Or 16.
And then, here's 16. And then they show off 16. And then 16 is going to be out March 2022 or whatever. And then somewhere around November, they're going to be like, oh, here's Final Fantasy Remake Part 2, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that comes out, June, July, whatever.
Maybe it'll be kind of like a TikTok cycle where it'll be like 1 year a base game comes out and then an episode comes out.
Right.
Then the next year, a base game comes out
right.
and then another episode comes out or something like that.
Right.
That could be very possible. I mean, they have characters and they're showing you they will make up characters, because the guy that was hanging out with Yuffie, I forgot what his name was, Sanosuke, I don't know,
right.
That other ninja.
Mm-hmm.
I had never seen him before in the original game. I don't know if he's part of the Crisis Core or Advent Children. I doubt he was in there.
I don't recall.
Yeah, so I mean, Squaresoft is willing to make new characters and bring them in, which is fine. I mean, it's
a
cool.
side story.
As long as they're fleshing out these characters, I'm fine with it.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes a new norm. Where hey, we're gonna just next episode is bringing some characters in. I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, because even in Final Fantasy VII, the remake, they fleshed out Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge. I mean,
Right.
they're barely in the original game, and now they actually have
Dialogue.
There's some weight to them.
Right.
So I don't know.
I don't know. I'm excited that I did buy a physical copy of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I had to buy a physical copy.
Now I get a free PS5 upgrade, so I will definitely be replaying that one in June, on June 10th.
And it looked fucking gorgeous.
It looked great.
It looked
the lighting.
Oh my god, it looks
Chef's kiss.
It looks good. It look the load times, hands down the load times.
Yeah, load times.
Because
and
that was
lighting.
such a drag.
I don't care about fog. Oh, if they don't fix that fucking door. If they don't fix that door with that PS5 update,
Nintendo 64 door,
I'm gonna be so upset.
I hope they keep that
I'm
same
gonna be so upset,
nasty
dude.
door.
I'm gonna throw my PS5.
I hope they keep that same nasty door.
I'm gonna go
just to remind you, like, this is where we came from.
I'm just gonna
This is
go.
our
I'm gonna go to Squaresoft's office. I'm gonna shit on their porch.
This is shit on their door.
On their porch. Yeah, man. I hope they fix that one door because that door looked terrible.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, going back, I don't know what to expect with this franchise, but it got me thinking about it, and it got me worked up about it, and I'm not mad at it. I just kind of want maybe like a somewhat of a roadmap, but at the same time, I was like,
They should release a roadmap. They shouldn't keep us in limbo. But then, in this day and age, like, you can't really promise anything, because if you say this game's gonna be out December, I'm sorry, what was Cyberpunk's initial release date? I can't remember
exactly,
but like, you can't push back,
or something gets leaked and it gets data mined, or you don't want to do that.
So just let them do them.
Yeah.
It'll be out when it's out.
The fanboy part of me wants to know what's going on, but the adult me is like, that's cool.
Well, maybe you should go get a job at Squaresoft.
I should get a job at Squaresoft. Yeah, stop bitching about it on Twitter.
Shut the fuck
Hashtag
up.
free Squaresoft. Square Enix.
Hire me, Square.
Yeah, hire me, Square. I'll be a PR guy.
But that will lead us into the PlayStation Plus games for March, which got leaked today. You will be getting Final Fantasy VII Remake for free for PS4, not PS5, just PS4.
Damn.
But if you want that PS5 upgrade, I'm pretty sure they will have something that you can pay for to upgrade it.
Yeah, maybe have like a bit like on their spring sale,
like
or
a
something.
$5 or $10 upgrade.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
So that is going to be part of the March PS Plus games. You will also get the PS5 game called Maquette. I have no idea what that game is. Don't ask.
Maquette.
I didn't look it up. It's Maquette. You will.
It's Maquette.
Oh,
It's French.
Maquette.
Parlez-vous français?
I don't actually. So is French your third
Maybe.
language or fourth language?
Maybe. I speak a little German too.
Auf Wiedersehen. And also you'll get Remnant from the Ashes.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember you and House were playing that for
It's a
for a
very
hot
good
minute.
game. You should definitely play it. If you like the Dark Souls,
right?
it's very good.
It's just that was shooting, right?
Yeah, shooting.
Yeah.
Or you can play Melee. You can play Melee in that game. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. Good luck.
And then also the last game on that list was Farpoint. So 4 games for March. Also, Sony's Play at Home initiative is coming back March 1st.
The fuck was that? Sounds familiar.
That was where they were giving out like free games and also like having a bunch of sales online and stuff like that.
Okay.
So Ratchet and Clank, the latest Ratchet and Clank, not the newest one, but the one that's been out for PS4, that's going to be a free game on March 1st.
Oh, wow.
Followed by a bunch of sales that are going to last for about 4 months. So
holy
from
shit.
March all the way to, what is that, July.
Damn.
So get ready for spend some money.
Damn. Okay. Hopefully, got some bangers in there.
Yeah.
I say that now. Bangers.
Bangers.
Yeah.
Bangers and mad. Man, there's a lot of PlayStation stuff today, man.
Let's do it.
So the PlayStation Plus games, I already said that. But Tony Hawk Pro Skater is 1 and 2 is coming to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I heard that like he was tweeting about it. He's like, man, I'd like to see these on more platforms. So he's like, hold my beer.
And also the Nintendo Switch. Boom. So those are coming out on the next gen consoles, including the Switch. Is that considered next gen anymore? No,
I don't know, because it came out like it came in like halfway through the current cycle, so it's like in that limbo phase. Like,
yeah. So we got that. There was a interview that was given out with they were talking a lot about the PS5 VR, and that is in development. It is coming.
Good.
Not this year.
No, take your time.
Take your time.
Yeah.
But it's coming out next year.
Hell, the PS5 is still relatively new. I mean, it's still fucking new. I mean, even then, not only is it new, but it's hard to get. But yeah, the PS5 VR, if they could just streamline if they learned all the positives, what they got from the PS4 version of the VR, and just streamline it, make it less cables. Because honestly, if I were to pull it out today right now, I wouldn't know how to get this thing started, and I think that's part of the problem. It's just a real inconvenience.
Well, here's some good news. They said it's going to be one cable.
Easy.
There you go.
Easy. Because how many times? Setup. Yeah, how many times do you want to play something, but oh wait, I gotta go
set all this shit up. Like fucking Rock Band. Whenever you had to plug it like 900
and then like you're tired, like, oh, I gotta put everything away. You just fucking leave it there in the middle.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, your cat's using it to scratch posts and shit.
Yep. So PSVR is in development.
Good.
They said it's not going to be this year.
Fine.
Maybe late next year. I'm guessing. Holidays next year. And then the big takeaway from it was single cord only. So that's the big news from that. And that didn't even make state of play or anything like that. So
yeah, I mean, because I want to try VR. I really want to get into it. But like I said, the whole inconvenience of just having to lug all that stuff out, go through cables and find out where this connects to, and setting this up, and fuck, man, I don't want to do all that.
Right.
I want to make my gaming as frictionless as possible.
Right.
Walk in there, hit the Xbox button, the PlayStation button, get it loaded, select your game, done, and get in there.
Yeah.
So
everybody say hi to Phoebe.
She has a fever.
She wants all the attention.
There she is. Our little mascot.
Now the next thing from PlayStation is Days Gone is coming to PC in the spring.
Good.
And they said that more Sony games will follow.
Good.
Hopefully Bloodborne makes that list. I doubt it.
Bro, if Bloodborne, fucking heartbeat, I'll get back in that game, dude.
I know you would.
My friend Anthony, he came in the chat. He was watching me play Mortal Kombat. He's like, so you like this better than Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3? I was like, I'm thinking Darksiders. I don't know why I was thinking Darksiders. I'm tired of shit. A long week. But he's like, you like it better? You like it better than that? Like, I won't say I like it better because it's not on that scale. But I'm not gonna say I like it less because it's not. The game is still a good game. It's just it's different. It's a different animal. I mean, it's the same animal, but it's a different tier where it's at. It's still a good game.
Right. So,
like I Bloodborne, right now from the limited Souls games that I played, I hold that one in high esteem.
Right.
That one's the one that
I got you.
I like it a lot.
But they haven't announced which games they are gonna be.
Yeah.
God of War would be a nice choice since they did just upgrade it to 4K, 120 FPS or whatever.
That.
Yeah. I don't know. Final Fantasy 7 Remake would be nice.
Definitely 7 would be nice, dude.
That would be pretty dope.
Definitely, yeah.
There's a lot of things that I can think of just for, but I mean, we're talking about just Sony games. So who knows what's coming? But Days Gone will be PC in the spring at some point. So.
Yeah, because I mean, I that's not a bad direction for Sony. So let's just say hypothetically, they have all these in-house studios, which they do. We could say this is going to be an exclusive to our console for the year. After that, put on PC.
I was just thinking Ghost of Tsushima.
All those. Yeah, think about it. I mean, these games are all solid games, great looking games. But let's face the facts, they're kind of capped at where they're at with the PlayStation 4. With the PlayStation 5, we're going to see some, getting a nice freaking facelift, which is needed for a lot of these games. Well, I won't say needed, but it will definitely help with the fidelity of the game.
Right.
Now, if you could also just a year later, if they continue with this trend of releasing games, they could say, hey, we'll put it on. I'm just throwing out a number here at a time. Hey, we can be on PC.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't have a PlayStation that only play on PC, if they have a chance to play this game on their system, they will purchase this game. That's another market.
As long as it gets ported correctly.
Yeah, as long as it gets ported correctly.
Not like Horizon started off rocky.
Yeah, well, that one was already kind of like an aged engine, and the source cord. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a reason why it didn't.
I mean, Death Stranding. Right? Death Stranding did okay.
So that's a lot newer game, though.
Yeah, but same engine.
Same engine, but I don't know. Maybe they had a different team. I don't know. It's hard to say.
505. I think 505.
505 Remedy. I know they help part of the.
But I'm just saying, you do them two ways. You could do it the good way, like Death Stranding, or you could do it where you update it over time and then you can
You don't want to do
eventually
it that
play
way.
it.
Yeah, you don't want to do it that way. Well, hopefully there'll be a lesson, a growing pain that Sony has learned that, hey, we got to do this right because, I mean, that's just a whole other market that you can get out there.
Yeah,
you
there's
know?
more money in your pocket.
And the thing is, like, sure, it could still be exclusive for the, X amount of months, year, or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Then bring it out for the PC because, honestly, that's just a lot. Because a lot of people will not, they just, hey, I got my system.
Right.
It's okay if I don't play a game or two.
I'll just
Yeah.
whatever. I'll play all the games over here.
Wait. Yeah, I'll just wait, and eventually, so who knows? We'll see. And I think that'll be better, hands down.
Speaking of patches,
¿Qué pasó?
the next Cyberpunk patch from their roadmap
Got pushed off, right?
Of course.
Because we talked about it. You remember he said, I think you talked about the
Ransomware attack.
that ransomware. So ever since then, they're just kind of at hostage.
Yeah. So they got delayed. They got delayed a few weeks on their patch, their next patch, the 1.2 patch. 2 weeks without access to their computers. So yeah, they're
Yeesh.
trying to scramble to get that together, and hopefully
That's just fucking
we brought it up last time.
bad
It's
luck on top of bad luck.
just
and
kicking them while they're down. Yeah,
those
just
poor guys, dude.
hey man, I wonder if never mind. I don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
Just hopefully they get it together and we could see these patches come out for this game.
I mean, if not just for CD Projekt Red, but for the customers, like Jesus Christ,
sure. And then have you heard anything about Vampire the Masquerade 2?
I know it's one of those people who makes it.
Well, nobody now. So
I know it's one of those interactive story kind of. Like people are waiting for it to come out. I don't know.
right. They've been waiting for about 6 years. It's been in development, and
Fucking serious, that long?
now the publisher says that they're looking for a new developer, and they asked their current developer that had been working on the game for 6 years.
Jesus Christ.
Just asked them. So they are, I think they've already selected a new developer, but they haven't said exactly who it is. So, I mean, be on the lookout for that if you're into Vampire the Masquerade 1, which came out in 2004.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think some people like it. Like, if you like the whole kind of, the interactive story kind of part, I think you'd be into that.
Mm-hmm.
But
they've been working on the game for a while, and to me, the signal that this statement had put out for me is they didn't like where the development was going, and they were just like, we don't want a Cyberpunk situation. We want you to just put out a good game, off the bat, and not have to upgrade
that's
it.
true.
To
I
be...
mean, the same thing with the next Metroid Prime that was supposed to come out with Nintendo.
Right, exactly.
Nintendo, it was not last summer, the summer before that, I think. But they came out and they're like, hey, we're gonna stop. It's just not where we wanted to.
Right.
We're gonna
restart.
change direction. Yeah, we're gonna restart from the beginning and change it up. So, I mean, good for them to be able to recognize that, hey, this isn't what we want, but that long of development to see it now.
Right. It's a lot of money spent that's just gone.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, I'm not a developer at all, so I don't know what kind of decisions have to come into into stuff like this. But damn, dude, it just feels like all that man hours and time and investments.
Maybe the development team was too ambitious, or maybe
they wanted to try something. They went too far off of what made them good.
Because there is a thing called too much ambition.
Yeah,
it's called whatever Cyberpunk 2077 was. It said too much ambition in it. Let's scale it back a little bit. Do like one or two things badass. You know what I mean? Like not 9 million
spread yourself
things.
out thin.
Yeah, don't spread yourself too thin.
Yeah, death a million paper cuts.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I never actually played Vampire the Masquerade, but shouts out to all the developers that just lost their job, dude. That sucks.
Shouts out to them.
Shouts out to them.
Shouts out to you guys. You just lost your jobs.
Shouts out, man. Good luck, guys. But we brought up Nintendo, and I've got some Nintendo news too.
Do it.
Because there was a Pokemon.
I saw Johnny tweet about a remake of one of the Pokemon
press conference today. So they're doing a remake of Diamond and Pearl. I'm not sure what gen that is. I think that's Gen 4.
Could it be?
Yeah, Gen 4. And those are going to come out late 2021.
On the
Switch.
Switch.
What are the...
Mobile? I don't know.
What else?
I don't fucking know. They'll fucking gotcha and shit. They already got a Pokemon Go. They'll get you Pokemon Remake.
3DS is out. The only thing they got left is Switch.
Yeah.
Did you see anything on this Pokemon press conference today?
At all. I have not seen anything Pokemon ever since I got kind of
butthurt on the last one.
I wasn't butthurt. I was just kind of like, okay, cool,
disappointed.
Nice. I enjoyed it for what it was. Hey Rick, you want to buy DLC?
Nah, not for $30.
Yeah,
not for $30.
I'm good. Like all I wanted to do was walk around as a 12-year-old boy catching Pokemon.
Okay.
I think he's 12. Isn't he 12? 13?
Sure.
15? I don't know.
However old you want him to be. What's your age?
Yeah. I just wanted to be a little teenage boy walking around catching Pokemon.
What's my age again?
And that's it. And I got that with that Pokemon.
Okay. This one is just going to remake Diamond and Pearl. It's not getting the Let's Go treatment. I think it's going to be more of like a remake. Just
kind of giving it a facelift, like an HD upgrade, making it modern for modern screens and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Nothing. You don't have to go crazy with these with these upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it modern. That's all.
And then after that, they showed off a brand new game called Pokemon Legends. Quiet down, little girl. Pokemon Legends Arceus, and that one looked like open world Breath of the Wild Pokemon game.
Maybe that's not what they were talking about when they talk about open world.
And that one is going to come out early 2022.
Interesting.
I unfortunately didn't get to see the English trailer. I caught it around 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. Mm-hmm. It was a Japanese trailer. So I think the English trailer is out now. I want to see what the hell they're talking about because the only word that I understood in that entire Japanese trailer was Pokemon. Oh. You said Pokemon at some point. So I want to check that out, see where... I mean, I got to be honest, man. The frame rate looked terrible.
Did it?
It looked like it was running at 5 FPS.
It's early access or
early
concept
access.
shots. It's a concept shots. Yeah, who knows?
I mean, we're still
I can't judge it.
We're a year away though.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't look great from what I like the frame rate wise or whatever. So hopefully there's a Nintendo Switch Pro around the corner or something to help beef that thing up.
Yeah.
They got to pump those rookie. The 5 FPS is too low. Those are rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers, but the thing is, the power of Pokemon's IP is so huge. It's the biggest franchise in the world that, you know,
of any entertainment ever.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fact, guys. Look it up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
It's bigger than Marvel, guys.
Yeah.
Be real.
Marvel, nothing's bigger than Marvel. No, dude, Pokemon's bigger than that. It's worldwide.
Way bigger than that.
Yeah, Marvel's big here in China.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they announced 3 new games technically. It sucks.
And they were all console, right? None of these were mobile.
All console.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But I don't know why they're doing the Pearl and Diamond bullshit split release again. They need to stop with that. That's just I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We know what you're doing, Game Freak.
Oh yeah,
it's gross. Stop.
What's the Nintendo tax? Because same thing with when Mikkel was talking about Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah,
she's like, it's $60. I'm like, that's the Nintendo tax.
The Nintendo tax,
$60 straight up.
Hell yeah!
And if you see it on sale, maybe $55.
Maybe 49.
Maybe.
But it ain't going low. It ain't going lower than $45.
Yeah, exactly.
You better buy that bitch used.
Yeah, that's a Nintendo tax right there. That's full price, baby.
You better buy that bitch used.
So I mean, Pokemon games on the straight up consoles. I might look at that open world one, but that's just a big if.
Right.
Maybe we'll see. More.
She comes in here with a toy.
A squeaky toy.
She's being needy today, man. She wants all the attention.
That's fine.
It's all good.
It's fine. But yeah, I mean, I got distracted by Phoebe. I forgot what I was going to say. It's too much for me.
You were talking about Pokemon games.
And a Pokemon, but there was something else I was going to go break into. I forgot what it was. Of course, that's going to happen after the podcast, but that's fine. It.
She's presenting, bro. What else you got, man?
I think that's it on my part. If it comes up, I'll write it out. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the Japanese fighting game roundtable. It happened last Saturday/Friday night at midnight, whatever.
God dang.
So I was trying watching it, but the whole audio, because it was all the executives and game directors of different fighting games talking, but they were all kind of like talking and just kind of bullshitting, and then they're still trying to set up the American translation. The audio was kind of off, so like the Japanese was playing and the audio guys that were the English translation was going off at the same time. So it was like, what the whatever, shut that shit off.
Right.
So the next day I just kind of like skimmed some pieces that I was interested in, and the only one that I was interested in is when they started asking the developers for Street Fighter 5. They're like, so when you guys are gonna start working on the netcode for with the rollback netbase, they kind of just straight up avoided the question, like, oh, we're gonna be working to make some Wi-Fi modifications to help boost. Like, what? Like, they just dodged the question about rollback. Like, dude, Arc System with Guilty Gear, it's beta and they're working on making a really awesome. Because like I said, going back to the beta, everybody said the online plays for the most part were really, really good, really, really good.
Right.
You know. And then Capcom with Street Fighter, like, we're gonna work on some Wi-Fi stuff. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, man! It's just like, I mean, I understand with Capcom, with Street Fighter 5 being near the end of its life cycle, maybe they don't want to invest in. They don't want to invest in one of their flagship games. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. So maybe I have no idea. I'm just kind of frustrating that's another reason why I'm just kind of frustrated with Street Fighter 5. It's just like yeah, it's kind of how it is right now. And don't get me wrong, I don't have like shit connections every time I play, but there's some times where it's just like, this sucks.
Right.
There's obviously ways that this could be better, and other companies are doing it. Why can't y'all do what they're doing? You know.
Right. Because they do what they want.
Because they do what they want.
And speaking of fighting games and netcodes and stuff like that, ever since Tekken 7, I'd read this piece of news earlier. Ever since Tekken 7 put in the Wi-Fi indicators, the Wi-Fi players went up. Like they increased.
I think I forgot if it went up or down, but it was like a small. I forgot what it was. I think because my boy Anthony, he was talking about me about it. He's like, yeah, it only dropped by like 9%. Like, people, they didn't care. Yeah. You know, like, they didn't give a shit. Like, I'm still on Wi-Fi. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
You know, and the thing is, what you can't do, you can't go to someone's place and be like, hey, motherfucker, hardline your shit.
Yeah. Hardline it from over there all the way over there.
Yeah. Do it. I mean, unless you go onto the filters and put in, hardline only, but then you might be cutting out some. I have no idea. Right. I mean, I'm glad there's indicators on there, so you can fucking throw the shade and call them out and bullshit them, and blow them up on fucking Twitter and shit.
There you go.
But yeah, it just sucks. They're like, yeah, only like it kind of didn't make that much of a change. Like, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, fuck it. If anything, I'll just play Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrated
Chapter 27.
Chapter 1 with Yuffie in fucking Midgar, because she was never in fucking Midgar to begin with. But I'm fine with it because they're making liberties, and I'm okay with the changes.
You don't sound like you're fine with it. You sound like you're angry.
I'm all worked up and shit. I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy out of spite.
It's like, I'm gonna go play the original Final Fantasy on PlayStation 1.
Play it again, yeah. On PlayStation 1. Fuck the Switch. PS1 version.
30 FPS, baby. Let's go.
That's it.
Well, that's all I got, man. Where can we find you, Rick?
Guys, you can catch me at OS_Rick with a 1. I love streaming Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Fighting games, Souls games, Yakuza games, roguelike games, any games. You know, if anything, just drop by, say hello, chit chat. You know, to me, that's the favorite part. I'm going to be doing something Saturday with the boys, trying out some Street Fighter, and hopefully, once Guilty Gear comes out, I want to do more Saturday streams. Just hang out with Kevin and just goof off. He's all like, yeah, I'm gonna pick Potemkin and open a can of whoop. I was like, bro, you played the beta for 2 days.
Okay,
you can't even fucking charge moves. So we'll see. I can't wait to body him. But yeah, catch me there, guys. And I'll for the socials, whatever. But honestly, the socials,
he's an old man.
Yeah, I'm an old man. I don't give a shit. Just call me or text me.
Well, put out your number, bro.
Yeah. Call me.
281-330-8004.
That's his
That's
number.
Mike Jones's number, guys.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Jones. As always, guys, you can catch me on all things social media at OS_Onslaught. If you want to hit up the podcast at Option Select Podcast, or on Gmail at optionselectpodcast@gmail.com. As always, guys, we love you. We appreciate you.
Yes.
We hope you stayed safe and warm. And now that it's 80 degrees outside in Texas, we hope that you're using that AC, bro. We hope that you're staying healthy and fit, and you keeping up with your mental as well as your physical, guys.
Mental is very important.
And also that you're playing awesome games. And we hope you take care. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, all that
5
good
stars.
stuff. All that good stuff. It helps people find us, as well as word of mouth, guys. So don't forget to tweet about us.
Yeah, either tweet it out, retweet it, and tag whoever your friends, any of your friends that you think might enjoy the show.
You damn right. So as always, guys, we love you. Hope you take care, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys. I love you.
Peace.
Next Friday.